My name is Kelley Menke, and I'm the Democratic candidate for State House District 108. It's an exciting election year because I feel people are ready for a change. I am far from a career politician. The insight I have comes from being involved in the lives of everyday people in the community. I'm a public school employee, city council member, small business associate, wife and mother of 2 sons in Kansas schools. I see that the economic policies of the current administration have caused decline in our standard of living. Many of us are aware of the 2012 tax cuts to small business owners, which were promoted as a shot of adrenaline to the Kansas economy. There has not been job creation. In fact, thousands of jobs were reported lost over the last months, and Kansas remains virtually dead last in personal income growth. The cuts have been a toxic injection. Unlike the incumbents in the Kansas House, including my opponent, Stephen Johnson, who has been in the House for 6 years, I will not vote for Band-Aid solutions to the budget, but will fight to repeal the business tax wormhole, which has caused school closings, hospital closings, program abandonments, and a giant increase in sales tax. The best solution is the repeal of the tax cut that exempted more than 330,000 Kansans from paying state income tax. Not only has this caused massive budget woes, depleted reserves, and raised sales taxes, it has sent the Kansas economy into a tailspin. Unlike many incumbents in the House, I am not suddenly opposing the tax system in order to keep my job. I know that a strong and secure middle class is the key to a good economy. When folks have secure childcare, schools, and jobs, and have their medical needs met, they feel better about themselves, and it shows in the economic turnaround. The politicians in the House today are instead eager to squeeze programs that make a vibrant middle class a reality. As I speak with these folks these days, I hear many stories like that of an elderly man in Ellsworth who continually had to call agencies to make sure he was still within the eligibility parameters for CanCare in order to live. This man is working, although he is well past retirement age and in poor health. In this district, I spoke with a prison guard who was tired of budget cuts making his work harder and unsafe. In this district, I spoke with a high school student who wants to be an engineer, but couldn't take the advanced science classes at his high school when the former teacher couldn't be replaced due to budget cuts. In this district, I spoke with a parents as teachers consultant who used to serve 40 families, but now only serves 8 because they have restricted the guidelines for eligibility. In this district, we have hospitals and nursing homes which are not getting fully paid for their services because your so-called representatives in Topeka refuse to expand CanCare. In this district, we have families fed by SNAP and the Emergency Food Assistance Program who will not be eligible under the next year's guidelines. When the parents do find work or go out to look for work, they're unable to afford the child care they would need because programs meant to be a lifeline have also been cut or are on the cutting board for next year. I've always been of the opinion that if it isn't broke, don't fix it. It was ludicrous to turn the entire working Kansas economy on its head. To support this headstand, my opponent, Stephen Johnson, voted to divert money away from the Highway Department, voted to underfund schools, voted to take money away from state programs, and to increase the sales tax. Now, the economy is broke, and we must fix it. We can no longer rob from our future by siphoning off money from the highway fund to plug self-inflicted budget problems. Maintaining our high-quality highways is essential to grow and expand our economy. Rescinding the disastrous tax cut is equivalent to improving highway funding, economic development, and restoring thousands of lost construction jobs. The economic and the educational impact of using our schools as a political football is too great to remain on the sidelines. We must stop passing the cost of this experiment to our local school boards and university budgets. College tuition is becoming unaffordable, and property taxes are draining our local communities of much-needed resources. So at the polls this year, please do not vote for the same politicians that you have voted for in the past. Let's make a clean sweep and vote out these House and Senate incumbents who have enabled Brownback for too long. Vote Kelley Menke for Kansas House. Find me on Facebook at Kelley Menke for Kansas. And to show your support, to find out how you can help Kansas move beyond Brownback this election. This decision to run for state office is heartfelt and important to me. That's why I sincerely appreciate your help to restore some common sense to the state legislature. With your help in November, we can start making a difference together.